You talk about truth and you talk about lie. A lie has got this man reelected into office. A
Okay.
lie. And the lie continues, and you got some people supporting that lie. In other words, you have more people believing the lie than the truth. Now, why is that? Is it because the lie was easier to understand, to accept, to believe? Or maybe they just don't know the truth?
Welcome to Mended Men's Conversation, life lessons and legacies, where real men have real conversations. In every episode, we dive deep into the struggles, victories, and lessons that shape us as men. From mental health and fatherhood to faith, identity, and purpose, we are breaking the silence and starting the conversations that matter. Between us is over 12 years of professional experience and more than 140 years of combined life experience as fathers, sons, brothers, husbands, friends, and educators. We know that healing starts with an honest dialogue. So let's get real. Let's get ready. Let's grow together. This is Mended Men's Conversation.
Nice. Good afternoon, everybody, and glad y'all been joining us today here at Mended Men's Conversation. We're here back again for another conversation at the barbershop. This is not no therapy session, just a conversation. We talk about a little bit of everything, so got a comment? Chat. I'm Anthony Washington, and I'm going to let this old beard dude introduce
My
himself.
name is Titus Garnett. Since he won't introduce me.
No, I'm not. Do it.
All right. Well, it's good to see you again, Mr. Anthony, even though I may be lying. But anyway, I'm glad we got another show to do today. What's the subject matter for the day, my brother?
Is this shit real?
Man, where
This is-
you
this is-
living? You in the United States? Hell yeah.
Well, that's the last time they called. That's the last time I found out they called it the United States. They should call it Disneyland.
Now, is that our topic today? Is this shit real?
Is it real?
Okay. All right, we'll run with that then. Is this shit real? I wish you kind of curbed that. My virgin ears have a hard time taking that language out of your mouth.
You know something? You better be careful because it's raining over there where you are. You might get your behind might get struck by some lightning. So chill out.
Well, with all this lightning we had today, God's aim ain't been that good. Now, I'm not going to test him.
Okay,
All right.
don't talk shit. Don't talk
I'm going to be
shit.
cool. All right.
Anyway,
Lead me in, brother. Lead me in.
mostly this week I've been like kind of checking out a lot of online stuff and listen to a lot of real news clip that's going to tell you the truth. I was listening to them and, they was talking about how they doing the maps down there. So I got this crazy idea. We shouldn't be pissed at them doing these maps because what they're doing, what they want to do, what they're counting on is what always happens. And what I mean by what always happens is that people don't go out and vote because they feel like, what difference does it make? I ain't gonna make a change or nothing. That can be, you could think like that, but I want to throw this little wrinkle in here and tell me what you think it is. You have people that's in power that purposely stopping people from voting just because they want to stay in control. And it sounds like we're going through this reconstruction stage. But I had this crazy thought. What happened if all those people that don't vote showed up to the polls? You know something? You would see a lot of old white MAGA, whatever you want to call it, turn red for the first time live. And you know something? I would love to see some shit like that happen. People would just show up to the polls just because they created this bullshit because they want to be in control. And they've been doing this shit since forever. So I just had that crazy idea. If all the people down there that didn't vote came out to vote, what would they think? How would they feel? And I'm not talking about the people that vote. I'm talking about those politicians that was out there redoing the maps. I was thinking maybe if people showed up to the polls, I think they would probably shut the polls down. What you think? I mean, that's just a thought that's been on my mind.
Well, I understand what you're saying, all right? And
Mhm.
you're looking at, okay, you said the word reconstruct. Before you can reconstruct, you got to deconstruct. And that's what they're doing now. They deconstructing it. They tearing things down. And we kind of spoke on this before that if all the people who didn't vote voted, all right, there's more
The
actual
only reason they voted is just to get back
there's
at those people that changed those maps.
because it's bigger than just the maps. It's about a lot of things, all right? But we're looking at it from the perspective of the maps. Now, who does the maps screw? They screw up. Now, here's the thing.
Excuse people of color.
We're talking about, let's say it more specifically. They think they're screwing black people. That's the way it's being complained about. Look what you're doing to black folks. And they'll say people of color are minorities. But from what I've listened to, I've not heard a lot of Hispanic or other ethnic groups raise up on their hind legs and start to yell and scream and argue. And you got a lot of Hispanics in the South. Now, maybe they'll come out more because the more arguments you got out of them was when ICE was fucking with them. All right. Then they started raising up. But when they talking about deconstruction of the voting areas, they don't say much. It's more of us complaining about it. But we've got to still fight that, but also bring to the forefront to give them more reasons to come out. Now hold on for a quick second. I've heard that ISIS is supposed to start acting up again. All right. Now, if I start acting up again, that should probably.
When did they do the right thing?
I said start acting up, not right. Acting up again. They kind of laid back. They kind of cooled out for a minute. You ain't been hearing much about them because when the war's going on and all this other stuff, you haven't heard much of them. That's what I'm saying. They be pulled back. But I've heard that they're going to start going back to where they were before. Now, this may drag some of the Hispanic or other people to start getting more in the forefront again. But what you're saying is if they come out, if all these people who don't vote come out to vote, it will blow the Republicans out of the water because right now it's difficult because the majority that makes the difference are the independents. They're the ones who make the difference. So if you can sway them, and you got to understand too, a lot of them independents are white folks. All right. So if they come out and you're looking at them being anti-MAGA, they'll make a difference.
That's what because I could say it's not discriminate. I can't say that shit because it's consistent.
Oh man, shit! You better start laughing. I mean, damn, he don't discriminate, man. What show is this? Is this the chief?
Mended Men Conversations? Yes.
I catch your ass.
I had to catch myself on that. That thought, in the back of my head, I shouldn't even let that hit my lips, but it did. But I think I corrected myself. But what he does, what I wanted to say is that what he does to us, so I don't care what they say. Now, people could go through Spanish, whoever you are, whatever color you are, whatever race you are, you're not safe. And even the poor white ain't safe because he don't care about that. If you ain't got the money that he got, or you don't suck up to him, you're going to feel the same wrath that we feel. And that's just him out. I mean, I was just reading how he cutting back on the stuff that they put in the waters to make sure it's drinkable. He's cutting back on that. So his intention is to kill them all.
Yeah.
To kill everybody.
But see,
go ahead.
Before you go back into your Clarence Thomas impersonation, all right? I think
you glad me on air, and I'm going to censor myself. I'm going to censor myself.
Okay, now the thing of it is, what he's doing is he really doesn't know the repercussions of what he's doing. But he understands this. There is a certain group of people, no matter what he does, they're going to go for it. There are people, they don't care how much they get hurt as long as they see somebody else getting hurt. I've often said that there are people out there, white folks out there, who will deny their kids just to hurt somebody else's kid. All right. So there are people, no matter what he's doing, will still support him, even though they're going to get burned. And those people who are representing them are the Republicans right now. You see how the Republicans are backing him up? all right? And those people still voted for those guys Trump said to vote for. So there are people, no matter how bad they're gonna get hurt, as long as somebody else getting hurt, hell, they'll kill themselves. All
And he
right.
lost
But
his
what you're looking at,
chief.
and I understand, huh?
He lost chief. Is it the chief, or I'm gonna just say the chief of the the CIA? She resigned because she said she wanted to support her husband. He has some kind of rare bone cancer, so she wanted to back off. But one of the things that she's against is the war in Iran. She was a Democrat at one time, then she went
Mm-hmm.
to Republican, but whatever. But the thing of it is that she's resigning from the post, and he's losing a lot of people they walk because I said this a lot of other times. His past is the only way he knows how to function. Everything he put his hands on screws up. He screwed up. So I can see why people
But
walking away from him.
Anthony, he don't care. He's not
No, he
in
don't.
this for the people. He's in this for himself. But he knows that there are people out there who will support him,
Yeah, that's
even no
true.
matter what he
I'm not
does.
denying
Now,
that.
all right, right. So we're trying to get, and we have to look at those people. All right, you look at the polls. Let's take some of the polls. You look at the Hispanic polls. He got 45% that they say, anywhere from 45 to 50% of the Hispanic vote. That's a lot because this Hispanic is a larger minority than the blacks. Okay. Now, right now, he's only getting maybe 29%. Now he's got around 70% against him. That's a lot. That's a lot against him. All right. But we got to keep it up to let them know, even though they're messing around with those voting districts, it do affect them. But one of the
Oh yeah.
things they're looking at is mainly when they say black and minority, but most of the time when they say minority, they're not thinking about Hispanic, they're thinking about black. Because a lot of his people think when you say minority, they're not thinking Spanish. And when they think Spanish, they think illegals. So
Yeah,
that's
well
why they
that's the
got into their
thinking.
heads the illegals are voting. That's their
That shit
thinking.
ain't
That's
true.
all I'm saying. All right. But
Listen,
they think,
that's
I know it ain't true,
that's just,
but that doesn't
that's
mean
just
they're
somebody
gonna have to
talking.
think it.
Listen, it's something they put out there because if they say it long enough, some people will start to believe it. And like I always say, you got to do your own research.
Hell, man, a
You know,
lot of people's
and
gonna believe it.
I don't want to agree with that. I don't.
Bullshit, or else he wouldn't have got
But
elected
you
the
know
last
something?
time. You know what? Before he got elected, he was talking shit, and they still voted for him.
Because they thought they was going to get something. And they thought that, his conversation basically was stepping on people's neck and they can join him so he can step on his neck. But once he got elected, he actually showed all of it. I'm going to step on everybody's neck. I don't give a shit who come
Okay, now
from.
you
I'm going to step on everybody.
man, answer me this question, Anthony. You said that they were looking to get something. You tell me what the young Hispanics and the young blacks was expecting to get from Trump when they voted for him. The black males and the Hispanic males. What were they expecting to get from him?
I have no idea. And the only thing I can think of is maybe some of them thought they was going to be able to get some money. That's it.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. The only thing,
I don't
oh
know.
man, the only thing they thought they was gonna, some of the Hispanics, when they talked to some of the young Hispanic men why they vote for him, they said because he was macho. Because he's macho. He's mucho macho. He's grand mucho macho. He's a badass. He says it like it is. He talked that shit. And that's what they were saying. They didn't want to vote for no black woman. And even though she
But
was
you know what?
offering them more, than what he wasn't offering them shit.
You know what that sounds like? Do you actually know what that shit sound like? Just come out your mouth. Bullshit. Cause he ain't macho. That nigga soft as cotton.
You don't get what I'm saying, bro.
No.
You
I
don't get
get
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying. No. I get what you're saying. You're saying that young Hispanics, and I'm assuming you're saying some blacks saying that young black feel that he was mucho. He was get them. Listen.
You know
You ain't
what?
gotta
But that's
listen to what he
easy
hold it.
for
You ain't gotta
you.
listen to what he say. You can look at him and tell he ain't no macho man. He never was a macho man.
But
So
Anthony, that's you. That's you. When these people look at him, they look at him and say he's a badass. He tells it like it is. He shoots from the hip. All right. And they vote for him for just because you look at him and see him as this orange, roly poly, dumbass, greasy looking, smelly,
Taco.
fish looking motherfucker. Yeah.
No.
I know. But all I'm saying is this, because we look at him a certain way, don't mean everybody else does.
Listen, only thing yes, this is me. My eyes only. Yes, I don't see that. And I'm not walking around like this, just listening to what somebody said. I want to see you, and I want to see whatever comes out your mouth, your actions follow. You know, he got no macho. I
But
mean, there's no
Anthony,
truth to his conversation. I'm just saying, this is me. This is me. I ain't talking for nobody else. I'm just saying for
that's
me.
you and that's you saying. But there are people who vote because of that. And the mentality you try to change in them is to see him in his real light, not in the light that you can see what's real in him now. A lot of people don't
Listen,
see that. They see something
listen.
completely different.
That's your conversation is like, I'm going around here trying to date this pretty woman. I mean, I think she's a queen. She walking on clouds, and she the ugliest shit walking on the face of the earth. Like, really? Open up your eyes and see who this really is. And I mean, it is not just the look, it's what's in here what matters. And he has nothing here. The Negro is empty. In here, he's empty. There's no truth in here. He don't know nothing about truth. If they say,
But okay,
if you say that he's macho, when was the last time you seen a macho man get riled up because somebody said something about him? What kind of macho man is that? I'm answering
now
your
see,
question.
you
I'm not.
taking the point. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't put me in that position to try to
Oh
justify
no no
what's
no
in your
no
head
no
or my head. I'm
no no
trying to
no.
go into somebody else's head. All right.
Well,
Now,
I'm not in
okay,
somebody else's
beauty's in
head.
the eye of the
I'm in.
beholder. If you
Look,
if you
I'm in your
dealing,
head.
you gotta understand what's in somebody else's head. If you in my head, you would understand what the fuck I'm
Of
talking
course.
about. All right.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
in trouble.
understand
I'm in
what you're
trouble.
talking about. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that there are people out there when they see that ugly woman, beautiful, she's beautiful to him, to them.
Oh, but let me just say this one thing, because I want to make sure I clarify this. There's a lot of ugly looking women out there today, but their heart is pure. And you know something? You can find one, ain't got all these looks and makeup
Yeah.
and stuff, but they got something in here that's gold. So I just want to clarify that. I just want to make sure I'm not saying, ugly is not just looks. It's in here. This is my interpretation of what I say is ugly. And that's why I said he has nothing in
Okay, now I
here.
understand what you're saying. But, how many times have you seen a beautiful woman
Don't butt me. Don't
that's
butt me.
ugly on the inside? Hold on. How long did it take for you to realize she was ugly on the inside? You didn't
Not
know
long.
that when just looking at her.
No,
You didn't
no.
know that
But
when you
once you
asked her out.
but once you get the chance, person will tell you who they truly are. And time is your best measure. Get to know them, see how you talk to them, and see how they act.
Right.
People will show you who they truly are.
And they will. But that don't mean you have to accept it.
No. Listen, the blessing in life, I found that we got a choice. I got a choice. I ain't gotta like it, but I got a
You're
choice.
damn right you got a choice.
Right.
You got a choice. And you know
Like
what? They can
ain't
look
got
at
nothing to do
him
with
and they may not like it. Oh, they can look at him and may not like what he's done to them. And when you ask them, you listen to reports when people are interviewing him outside a Trump rally. They said, yeah, because he's doing changes. He's doing this. He's doing that. And they ask him, what has he done for you? They said, well, I can't think of anything right now. They said, well, he did that. They said, no, he did the infrastructure. No, he didn't do the infrastructure. The
he tore
infrastructure
it
was
up.
started under Biden. And they're just taking he's taking it as though he's doing it. And then he said, well, I can't think of anything right now, but I'm still going to vote for him. So
God bless him,
what does
man,
that
because
tell you? You know what that is? That's the guy who's dealing with the beautiful woman and she says, I'm going to shit all over you, he says, that's okay. I'm still going to win your heart one way or the other.
Shit on me some more. Been there, done
I
that.
don't know about that now.
Oh, yes, you do.
So
Yes, you do.
now you understand where I'm coming from. Now you understand where I'm coming from. All right. All I'm saying is this. I understand how you feel. You understand how I feel. The people out there know how we feel. But the thing of it is, how do we get across to those people who refuse to see him in the light that he's portraying, the light that he's given? How do you
Easy.
get it across to them?
Easy.
And just by you
Easy.
saying how, what, how?
Listen,
If you
my
say easy
experience.
one more damn time, I'm gonna come through that camera.
Shit, easy. Listen, one of the things I say easy because I have to maintain my insanity. One of the things I have learned is that I have no control over what the next person do or say. But what I am responsible doing is to be a role model. I'm put like that, to be a role model, to actually live the way I say, do the things that I'm talking about. You know, that my experience is the best teacher. I mean, can I make another person do what I want? The fact of it is their experience will whoop their ass enough and long enough that they will get to the point where they will have a change of heart. And now I know that might sound like wishing in the
You sound
well.
like you in church.
Hey,
You sound like,
listen.
Is this Reverend Anthony?
Why I say that is because it's about me having my peace of mind to convince people to see the truth in other people. You know, I would go crazy. So I'm just saying, you got to have your own experience with that process. And, and I got to take off those rose colored glasses, because some people, as you said, they see him as macho. They see him as the next coming of Jesus Christ. Hey, I just shake my head and say, okay, listen, some of us got to get up behind whoop a little bit more. So, hey, do you, I'm going to do me. That is my saying. I mean, because listen, when he ran for office the first time, I wouldn't vote for him because I didn't trust him. I didn't like what he was saying and all above. So my opinion of him has not changed this time. And what makes it even better, he cements how I feel and think about it. So I ain't got to do shit. And like you said, there are people out there
Well,
that
you know what?
that regardless what he do, they going to think like he can walk on water. Hey, all I say to that is God bless you. Because if
All right.
that's what you think, I don't know
We're
what to say
not
for it.
looking. This is not a situation of making a role model. This is a situation where votes have responsible to the effect of our life in this country. That's what we're
But you
talking
have
about. How to
you have a
change the mindset of a voter.
you have a responsibility. You as a human
Whoa,
being
whoa,
have a
whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me sit back. A responsibility
Please
regarding
do.
what?
Be the person that you say you want to be.
Man, you sound like, when is the choir coming on? When's the choir coming on? Lord, we're going to have a collection. Jesus, we're going to have a collection here. We're going to have a building fund. We're going to have a building fund going on right here. Because you see that I'm carrying myself now with morality and likeness of the Lord. All right.
Okay.
You're trying
Let me
to
ask you a question.
understand the voting block.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, and then you can ask. How do you feel? And then eventually we're gonna get to the point where how you because I can only speak for me. Deal with this, maintain my sanity. But what do you think child support agency? And I know this is like turning the pages. Do you think they help? No, the question is, what do you think a mother of a child, a woman just had a baby, and she's struggling to take care of her son or daughter? Do you think she should turn the father of that child into to get child support for? I know we going totally left, but I just want to hear your opinion.
Left? Man, you don't change language. You talking Greek
Okay.
now. I thought we was talking
Okay.
hood. Now we talking Greek. All right.
Okay.
Now,
Answer the question.
how does this?
Answer the question.
No,
And we will get
I
back to
can't
it.
because it's not. Hold on a second now. You
I know it's
asking
like too
me
much.
about a
I know it's too much for
situation.
your brain to comprehend.
You ain't got the advantage on my ass right now. No matter how you try, it ain't gonna happen, my brother. Okay? It
Okay.
ain't gonna happen. That shit could slip over my head. It's because I got no hair on my head. So it'll slide over. But my brain
Okay.
sucked in that
Answer the
bullshit you just
question.
try to pass
Answer the
on me.
question,
Now,
please.
let me finish. Let me finish. No. Here's the thing. You asking me about a personal situation that is more family oriented between a father of a child, and a support system with the child. Okay. Should the mother turn the father in, all right, in regarding so she can get money to support her child? All right. Now I can take this in different avenues. Will she keep the child? Does she know who the father is? This and that. I'm not
Yeah,
going
she
through
knows
all
who
that.
the
Hold
father.
on, let
Yeah,
me
yes. I
finish.
know. I'm gonna answer
All
those questions
right.
for you. Yes, she do know
Yeah.
who the father
Okay.
is,
Yeah. Hold on. Now,
and yes, she's going to keep
turn the
her her
motherfucker in. I
child.
don't care. I don't care. But what does that has to do with trying to find out why people who's got a thing about Trump, all right, who's got a mindset, and we just go, well, that's their mindset, so what, without giving them the truth of it and just letting them
Well,
go. And we show in our actions the goodness of our actions are gonna make them change their mind. Ain't
no, no,
gonna
no,
make
no, no,
them
no,
change their
no,
mind.
no, no,
We're
no, no, no.
talking about votes.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I said you have a response. So if it's there on your heart, then you want to talk. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying you have control of anything.
I don't know. All
But
right,
you're an
let's go back.
example.
Explain to me the example you made about the mother, the child, and the father. Break that down to me. Why should I answer that question?
Just simple as that. Because I asked you.
What's
That's
that
it.
got to do with what we were
That's the only
talking about?
explanation you need. Okay, and I talk. Didn't I say before I answer the question that I'm going to close the book and go in a different direction just for a second? I just wanted to hear your opinion, and then we can go back to talking about what we were talking about. Because whatever it is, you're going to be accountable for your actions, whatever it is. If it's being responsible, raising a child, or seeing a person for who they truly are, not what I want them to be or hope them to be, but who they truly are. Taking those rose-colored glasses off and seeing the situation for what it really is. That's what I'm talking. Okay. If you need any more clarification, just
The
raise your hand,
situation
and
is.
I will give it for you.
No, no. What is it time for another building fund collection to come around to come through the church, my brother? Huh, Reverend?
Did you pay your tithes?
Now
Did
the
you pay your
woman.
tithes?
Now what you did. The only thing I tied is when I'm washing clothes. That's when I use my tie. All right. Now
Sad,
let me
sad,
explain
sad.
something to you. All right. It ain't sad. It's consistent of who I am. All right. So that should make you feel real
Oh,
good. All right. What I just said. You weren't
oh
expecting
God.
that
Oh
quick
my
now, were
God.
you, my brother?
Yes, I
All
was.
right.
Yes, listen,
The
I know
thing
who I'm
of it
talking to.
is, yeah, yeah, you damn right, you know. No, here's the thing. The relationship between the woman and the father does not have an effect on my life personally. All right. The only, hold on, let me go there. Now, you brought up a situation. Should the woman go after the father to support her child? Fine. Yeah. Go after the father to support your child. All right. And he should be responsible for that. He should be. Now, his actions are negative. All right. Now, should she just say, well, I'll do my best and I'm not going to worry about him because he won't truly understand. So she's just doing her best to take care of it, but she goes to court, excuse me, and the law gets after him for him to take care of the child. So, in other words, she's used a strong arm to get him to do his responsibilities. All right. Now, I'm looking at what I was talking about was not the idea of strong arming anybody that is for Trump. What I'm trying to say is for us to understand why people think that way because you're trying to get them to change their vote and you're trying to have an understanding for them to see like you said, take off the rose-colored glasses and see the truth. So when you ask him a question, what has he done for you? And they can't come up with nothing, then maybe one day it will hit them that, wow, he really
Mm.
ain't done nothing for me. But eventually, you let me finish. Eventually, they're gonna realize when that gas hit $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon, or the food prices don't go down, or the war don't end in the next 30 days, all right, then they're going to say, well, you know what? That guy said something about that. And now I can see what he's talking about. All right.
What are they
But
talking about? What are they
don't,
talking
I see
about?
you forming stuff with your mouth. Don't go there. Damn, man, weren't you paying attention? They're talking about Trump. Why are you following a guy that is actually hurting you? Now, what happens with that woman and that man has no effect personally on my life. But
I didn't
what that
say it
voter
did have
does
anything.
has already personally affected my life. Hold on now. What that voter did, there was enough of them that did actually affect my life, your life, their life, the woman's life with her kid, and the man who needs to pay child support. Because we affect each other, even a vote has a greater effect on us than laying in bed and making a baby on the whole.
Because this is Mended Men's Conversation. And I know that we got to have a conversation now. I'm waiting because I want to make sure that I don't try to talk when you talk, because that's not a conversation. So I'm talking, you listen. Okay? Because you talk, then I listen.
Brother,
Are you
you had
done?
to say all that. You could have said what you had to say because I had stopped. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got the flow, my brother. Go ahead. Wait a minute. Somebody else passing the hat again. I guess must be another building fund going by. There you go. All right. Go ahead, preacher.
Go straight to hell. Yes.
You know what? Can't be
Oh, you
worse
so
than what's
full of
going
shit.
on right now in this country. But go ahead, bro.
I brought up that question is because no, I don't think a woman should take a person, the father, to child support, because that's what's wrong with this. This is just my opinion. That's just one little tiny bit wrong with this country now. You can't make a person do the right thing. You can't. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Because that's why I'm talking about, I always say that what's important to me is my peace of mind. To make a person do the right thing, that means I got that. I'm taking on that responsibility to make this person do the right thing, make this person think the right thing. No, their experience would teach them. And do I know when that's going to happen? No, I don't know when it's going to happen. But I know it will happen because the truth will outwit a lie every time, and what we see is a lie coming from a liar. The system is set up to put their thumb on another human being because they're not doing the right thing. It's something I learned that, if I make a baby, it's my responsibility to take care of. That's just my thinking. And I know everybody else will think that. I can't see bringing another child in the world and not taking responsibility for that child, even if I'm not with the mother. Now, the mother might even have some crazy issues with her that I probably don't want to deal with. And how does that relate to what we're talking about with this taco man? It's that, people's experience will teach them that, you say there's people out there that believe that he's all macho. Listen, I got a box of goddamn tissues here for them. They can clean their fucking glasses off because that ain't what they
You gonna
see.
start crying? Oh, clearly, I thought you was crying for a minute there. Okay.
You know you and you can take that. I'm not gonna say the words, but you know you and you can take that. Damn fool.
Whoa, bro. Why you gotta go there, brother?
But
You know what?
that is why I said that. I always talk
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
peace of
Go
mind.
ahead.
And I believe in these days and time, I believe it's important for me to maintain my peace of mind because the shit we talk about, shit is real, man. This shit is happening right now, today, every day. But I got to be able to talk about it. And even though I talk about it, I also got to find a way to have some space with it. That shit doesn't leak all into every part of my existence. So peace of mind. I mean, I don't give a shit what nobody say. Yeah, listen, I took it to church. I don't give a shit what they think. Yeah, I took it there. But the bottom line of it is my peace of mind, my sanity. I have to maintain my sanity. I can't be absorbed with all that insane shit that he's doing. And he is doing it on a daily basis. Okay, I'm off the pulpit. What you got to say about it? Share your thought.
Is it time for the choir to sing? Now, see, as soon as you
You
give
got
me a
5
chance to
minutes.
talk, the
You got
choir's
5
gonna
minutes.
sing.
You
All
only
right?
got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
5
my ass.
goddamn minutes.
You better tell the choir to sit on their hands, because I ain't gonna do it in no 5 minutes. Catch
No,
about 5
because your
minutes
ass is
behind. That
long-winded.
ain't happening.
Your ass is long-winded.
Brother.
Oh, grouchy.
You know, Anthony, come on now. Don't be trying to make me feel all fluffy and nice right now, okay? Don't try to get on my good side. All right?
Well, at least you own it.
Anthony,
At least you own
you
it,
talk
and I
about
respect that.
damn right. Hey, listen, I tell people it's not about right or wrong, this or that. It's about consistency. You know what you're getting when you
Yes.
fuck with me. All right, here we go.
Touche. Touche.
You talk about truth and you talk about lie. A lie has got this man reelected into office. A
Okay.
lie. And the lie continues, and you got some people supporting that lie. In other words, you have more people believing the lie than the truth. Now, why is that? Is it because the lie was easier to understand, to accept, to believe? Or maybe they just don't know the truth. Or maybe they don't want to know the truth. And because there is truth, should we not state the truth? Should we just keep our mouth shut and say, wait a minute, I'm going to stay all nice and decent and go to church, pass the plate, get the building fund. I'm not going to go against the lie. All right? Because I know I got the truth in me. Well, there's a lot of people believe that that lie is the truth. All right? So give them something to think about. So maybe one day when that truth hit them, they may say, you know what? That man just might have been lying to me. And you know when they first caught that lie? When Biden beat him. When Biden beat him in that last election, they didn't believe his bullshit. But he kept saying enough times
People started believing
that
that shit.
he was being cheated, that he stole it, and people start believing it. And then other people of power start to not believe it, but they supported it. All
Why?
right. So
Why?
he had people who supported
Why?
the lie because they could take advantage of the lie. Because they took advantage of the lie. All right. And there are some people who see them take advantage of it and they say, okay, I'm there for you. And they believed another lie. Now you can look and see that when this man, all our allies are saying, no, we ain't going to run with you. We don't want to run with you in your lie. And then he deals with people who are also lying to their people, like Russia, North Korea, China. He's going with them. So it's just a big liar's ball that they're having, and everyone's coming there and dancing to that music. And if you got to sit back, let me finish.
But
my 5 minutes
no,
ain't up.
I want you.
My 5
I'm gonna
minutes
cut
ain't
you
up.
off. You ain't had 5 minutes. It is up now. What you just said.
Oh boy, I be
He
damned.
deal
This
with
man,
people
what's he got to church? What?
that's a dictator just like him. Yes, that's true. But the fact of it is, Russia uses it. China don't really want to fuck with it. You know, they gonna do that. I'm not saying that what they do in their country is all good. No, I'm not saying that. You know, they keep their distance from him because they know he's a butthole. They know he's an asshole.
But
I just want to put that
see,
little bit out
here's
there.
the thing, though. This here where I wasn't finished. What I was gonna continue
I don't
to
care if he
say,
wasn't finished.
he's in the
You ain't
liar's
never done.
ball with all the other liars. All right, but he's believing the lie they're telling him because he
My
thinks
point
they're
exactly.
accepting him. So he's believing the bullshit they're telling him. That's what I'm going. So you got all these lies running rampant, and the people who know the truth, if they don't fight for the truth, how is anybody gonna at least try to change to accept it?
That's a
That's what
powerful
I'm getting
sermon.
at.
That was a powerful sermon, Reverend Garnett. Real powerful sermon. I like that.
That's all right. Now don't. Oh, I got the Holy Ghost. I got the Holy Ghost, boy. All right. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Listen, anybody that see this shit, they know that was a screwed up Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
They know that wasn't no Holy Ghost.
Well, you know how you don't know where it's coming from, bro. It just hit me that way, and I ain't got no music, so I gotta have the music to myself. Maybe I should get a backup band every time he come on.
Yeah, you do need one, goddamn it. You definitely do need one. But my point is, he's a damn fool. My point is that, we gotta, like I said earlier, I hope like hell, purpose just to show them assholes down there in Louisiana that they ain't slick at all. And the stuff they trying to lay down, they ain't going. And, you know, things gotta change. And that stuff, it don't make a difference. No, we do make a difference. Your one vote does make a difference. That's the thinking they rely on. And that's what it's about. If you want control of your life, you cannot allow another human being to dictate to you how you need to think. This needs to be something that you control, not somebody else. So
But
wake up.
they got to believe the truth. They've got to believe the truth that their one vote does make a difference. I
Yes, they
want them
do.
to come out to vote, but they got to believe that their one vote makes a difference. But sometimes they lie to themselves and they say it don't make a difference.
But
But
you
now
got
they
to
see
do
the
something
effect of it by believing that. You
Right.
got to convince them that that one vote does make a difference. And yeah, we both want the same thing for them to come out, but they have to understand why they're coming out,
for a
because
change.
sometimes people don't listen to a lot of things about what the truth is. They only listen to what makes them feel comfortable in their lie, in that lie that they believe in. I'm gonna take care of you so you don't need to come out. I got you covered, bruh. And
And
the
you
thing
and you
about
know that's
changing the
bullshit.
redistricting in Louisiana, it is, but one of the things about the redistricting that's going on in Louisiana and some of the other states, there are white folks down there actually thinking, yeah, we got him now. There ain't no need for me to vote because we got it covered. Fine,
hmm
keep thinking that. Keep thinking that lie. And there are people going to be saying, yeah, all right, I'm going to be there voting now. See what you're doing. Sometimes you cannot act on something that you don't believe personally affects you. When they start cutting back on Social Security and stuff like that, a lot of people, when you start talking about Social Security and all this and that, they thinking of minorities, all right? When you're thinking of SNAP benefits, they thinking minorities. They got to understand the majority of the people on those benefits are white. So they say, yeah, we're going to keep all them black folks off it. You're keeping your own kids off it.
And
All
what
right.
you just got
So
finished
until the
saying,
lie
they
really affects them.
lies affecting them right now. See, because that's the reality that those benefits not just affect poor black and brown, it affects white too. But this administration is constantly
Yeah,
repeating that,
more so.
illegal aliens are coming out here getting all these benefits. And people start to believe
Right.
they don't. And the crazy shit about it is that they just put shit out there. They don't have no facts, no proof. God bless them. Some people eat that shit whole. I'm like, God damn, you got some proof to the shit you saying?
Well, let me ask you
They
a
ain't got no
question.
proof. Go ahead.
The thing that you just said, what you just said about people believing that immigrants are taking all the benefits and taking all, and those you got black
Illegal
folks believing
immigrants.
that too. But let's say,
Okay.
huh? All I'm
Okay,
saying
I'm
is that
agreeing with you.
people believe. Hold on, people believe in yeah. But my question is, do you not tell them the truth?
Yes, you tell them the truth. You tell them the truth.
Hmm.
Why
Okay.
not tell them the truth?
Okay. Okay.
You want to continue? Yes, you tell them the truth. You don't want to tell them a lie. You want to be just like Taco Man, do you? Huh?
Well, I don't
Is
want to
that
start talking
is that
about
the
Taco
image
Man again. We
you want to portray? No, we're not talking about Taco Man. I'm just saying, is that the image you would like to portray? Now we know part of your image is just being an angry black man. I got that. You got that down pat. Can't nobody take that shit from you.
See, there you go
I
again,
got a
trying to
cousin that can
sweet
take
talk me.
from you.
Stop trying to sweet talk me, Anthony. Stop trying to
Okay.
sweet
Well,
talk me, Anthony. It don't work
my
like
point
that, bro.
exactly.
All right, don't
I
stop making me
know.
be nice and good and comfy. All right.
Ain't shit nice about you,
Wait a minute. Let me
And I'm
explain
saying,
something to you. Isn't this way? All right. Where you from? Wherever you from, isn't this the way conversations are had? The way we go at it, or do everybody sit around and just talk library talk?
I don't
We
know what
go at
library
it.
talk
We get
is.
into the mix, man. That's how it is. Well,
That's
library
true.
talk
That's
like what
true.
you talk. I'm sorry, you more church talk. All right, you
No,
comfortable and
my shit
calm,
ain't.
and then me, hey, I'm gonna cut you.
Even if you ain't got to, you gonna cuss
You sweet and nice, all that kind of stuff.
him. You say, hey,
No,
boy,
here's the thing, Anthony. We are what we are. We are what
that's
we
true.
choose to be. We are what we
That's true
accept,
too.
and we are when we accept change or do not accept change. The conversation we're having is not probably like a lot of podcasts do this or that or whatever. We get in, it's like when they talk in the barbershop. Like I told you before, I used to belong to a cigar club. When we in the cigar club, and we talking stuff, if you can't hang, you keep your mouth shut and sit your ass in the back and keep your mouth shut and just listen. All right. If you're going to get into it, you get into it. But there's no violence. All right. There's emotion, but what you call anger is just emotion. It's just extra
Yeah.
emphasis on the point that you made. And that's what we do in this show. This is not a therapy session. If you got a
No, not
therapy
at all.
session, you go to garnettcounseling.com and you go in there and you request a therapy session. And they got
There you
great
go.
therapists there that'll help you.
Just one
What's
thing.
that, bro?
If you're going to
What's
tell
that?
them there, make sure they request that they don't get your black ass.
Wow. See how it is? You know that? Well, there's a lot of you out there believing a lie that you don't need me, but you need me. Okay. But if you ever sat in a family on the holidays, even at the Thanksgiving table, at a barbecue or this or that, it's always conversations. We are an expressionable people. And we
That's
get
true.
into it, we kick back. But the thing of it is, there's no anger, there's no hatred. That's just emotion. That's how we are. That's how we let it out. I think you're a great guy for somebody somewhere on this planet. I think you are. It's a good thing you married, but we're going to have to send her to garnettcounseling.com. Maybe we figure her out why she.
All I can say, you a true
But
butthole. A true butthole
what?
through and through.
my
God
brother,
damn,
my
boy.
brother. How dare you? Why you do me that? Oh, wait a minute. What was that? Deacon Jones said we collected $36.27 for the new building fund. Hallelujah. Okay, now, what were you saying?
Let me turn this way so you can see.
Well, I'm going to get all the church people after me now. I'm in the world of hurt, I'm going to tell you.
Nah, they're
But
going to
what the
ban our
heck, Greg?
show.
For
But
what? You know what? You can't be no more real than this. You really can't. We ain't got no hatred to each other. We got no anger. Just because you show emotion and being expressive, so what? That's life. That's how it is. You don't go sitting up in a conversation where you got men discussing with men and we all sit back and we going, excuse me, Mr. Anthony, how are you today? Gee, your wife did a great job on the tea. The ice is just really cold enough. Fuck that shit. We ain't here for no refreshing conversation. Love me, love my
it is
dog, and all that crap.
it is a refreshing conversation. But the point of it is that the language we use comes out in a different way. It's a little, say, harsh, stronger.
Okay, I agree with you at that. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I agree with you at that. And
But
I'm trying to get you
like
to
you
tone it
said,
down.
like you said, well, show me how you tone it down. Let me see through your experience so I can learn through that. How's that?
You know how I turn it down? You tone it down? You know how I
Your
tone it
collar. That's
down?
the only thing you turn down.
Okay, huh?
Is your collar.
Serious. I'm serious. Tone. You know how I tone it down. All right? I tone it down like this. Well, that's the end of our show today. Thank you for joining us on Mended Men's Conversations.
Listen,
Until we meet
the
again, ladies and gentlemen, that's how I tone it down. Okay.
and he dead serious about that shit too. Dead serious.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And
listen,
I'm gonna
something.
put another $5 into the collection plate. Bye.
Well, listen, don't put that monopoly money in there. That shit don't work no more. When they started counting the money, they seen your name on it.
I guess we're down. I guess we're down to $15.37 now.
Mm-hmm. That shit you be putting in
Oh
there don't
man.
add up.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Hey man, that's how we do
Well,
it in the hood,
this
right? You
our
better
time
check
is
that.
up. Time is up. It was
It
good.
sure
And,
is. It sure
it just
is.
seemed like
It
when
was
you're having
good,
fun,
man.
time
Yeah,
go by fast.
it sure do. This went by, I mean, like lightning, you know? And another thing, people, please start, I don't know um, where you see this, Facebook or,
What platform?
LinkedIn or whatever platform you see us, put your comments in there. We read them, we take care of them, we look at them, and we're gonna comment on them. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, give us a check, give us a holler, give us a thumbs up. You know, if you give us a thumbs down, I will seek you out. I will find you. Okay.
You can't be
But
threatening people with shit. What's wrong with you?
I ain't threatening nobody. I just said I'll seek him and find him and say, hey, give us another chance at you know what I'm saying? Don't take it to there, bruh. I'll take it to that. But
All right.
but we're serious about these are real conversations that we're having and what we think. And a lot of people can relate to it because these are the type of conversations that they have. The problem is they go away and want
If
to
they don't
be
have,
mean
they
and
need
nasty
to
and
have.
angry about it. And we ain't that way.
Now, they need to
They
have
need you
this type
right.
of conversation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And then when you
it
walk
is what
away,
it
say, okay,
is.
cool. See you later. Bye. No grudge.
Hey, no, you know something? We're challenge a person to have this type of conversation. And after they have this conversation, then see how you feel once the conversation is over and you go on your separate way. If you have peace of mind, then it's okay.
That's right. That's right. When our show ends, I don't think of Anthony any better than I do when we're doing the show. I
You telling
may
the
not
truth.
think any worse either. I said that wrong.
Oh, no,
But
that's a
anyway,
lie.
I don't.
That's a lie.
But we call each other up between the weeks and we laugh and joke and we talk. That's just how we are. But when we get out here, there's no shame to the game of voicing your opinion. But we are serious about if you need therapy, and sometimes we'll get into conversations more about people if you need it. Garnett Counseling, GARNETT, counseling. Anthony can't spell counseling, but
Asshole.
.com, all right, and they will take care of you. I'm serious, they take care of you. Look, Dave helped Tim come on the show. He needed therapy after every show.
Bye, asshole.
My blackest brother. This is Titus Garnett
And Anthony Washington. We see you fellas and ladies next week.
for another fine topic of Mended Men's Conversations.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Mended Men's Conversation. If something we shared resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who needs it. Remember, healing is a journey, and you don't have to walk it alone. Stay connected with us, subscribe to the podcast, and join the conversation online. Until next time, keep growing, keep healing, and keep building your legacy.